Dramatic images have emerged of the moment 3 gang members suspected of killing police officers were dragged into the street and paraded in front of the country's press. Authorities say the trio were part of the feared Barrio 18 Sureños, 18 Sur, one of 3 main gangs operating in the small Central American country which has one of the world's highest murder rates. The alleged gang members were hauled onto a dirt road in the La Realidad neighborhood of Santa Ana by a huge unit of armed police officers who stormed a nearby building and arrested them. They were then forced to kneel with their hands in cuffs as law enforcement posed for photos with the media. Two of the individuals, a young woman and seemingly teenage boy, looked on uncomfortably and lowered their heads in an attempt to conceal their faces from the camera flashes. But one man, sporting a bare torso and what looked to be a large wound or scar across his cheek, stared unflinchingly at the media with a menacing scowl etched across his tattoo-covered face. The arrests come just days after. The president's announcement on Tuesday raises the stakes even higher after the government declared a state of emergency in March, when 62 people were killed in one day as a result of gang violence. What is coming to gang members is much greater, and they are going to pay dearly for having taken the lives of these 3 heroes, Bukele told a rare news conference. He said the officers who were killed earlier this week had been ambushed by members of the 18 Sur gang and gunned down in cold blood. Bukele did not specify how he would intensify what he calls a war on gangs beyond a larger police presence across the Central American country, but official data suggests more than 43,000 people have already been arrested in connection with gang activity in the 3 months since the state of emergency began. The president's supporters say this is evidence that the government and law enforcement is committed to reducing gang crime and cracking down on violence in the streets, while critics argue the heightened police activity and restriction of freedoms under the state of emergency simply denies detainees a fair legal process. Under the state of exception, which the government voted to extend on Tuesday, the time people can be held without seeing a judge was increased to 15 days from 72 hours. They also do not have to be informed of why they are being arrested or given the right to speak with a lawyer, and authorities can tap phones without a judge's order. Quotas imposed by police superiors have led to mass detentions and the arrest of innocent people according to activists, while groups including Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International and Cristosal have also questioned the president's ruthless campaign. A combative Bukele shrugged off the criticism in Tuesday's press conference. Let them complain all they want. We are going to defend our people and we are going to ensure that the lives of these agents were not lost in vain, he said, before adding construction had begun on a huge new prison to house criminals arrested in connection with gang activity. On Tuesday, Security Minister Gustavo Villatoro said that authorities were winning the war against the gangs, but there was more work to do. The mission that Salvadorans are giving us is clear: eradicate these terrorists from Salvadoran territory, he said. Bukil's approval ratings have remained high and the measures have been popular among a population tired of living in constant fear of the gangs. Far from a localized criminal organization, Barrio 18 is a transnational conglomerate of gang factions which operates throughout North, Central, and South America. The gang was formed in downtown Los Angeles in the 1960s, but rapidly gained ground as gang members looked to recruit teenagers and vulnerable people south of the border. As the gang's ranks grew, it became the target of FBI and police crackdowns which saw many of its veteran members sent to prison. But time behind bars merely gave Barrio 18's shot callers a fertile new recruiting ground, and it quickly swelled its ranks in federal prisons. Stepped-up deportations also had an unintended effect, spreading the gang's reach to El Salvador, Guatemala and Honduras as hardened members were shipped back to their native countries. Their blue and black colors even pay tribute to the Mexican Mafia, blue for the Allied Gang, and black for Barrio 18's original color. Barrio 18 members are expected to get inked with tattoos denoting a range of messages. Well-known gang tattoos include 18, 18, XV3, best, for Barrio 18th Street, and 8P, a mark of killing a police officer.